I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So the agenda is to basically the Google ADK. Okay. Google ADK,
ADK.
that is a agent development kit. Okay. So we will start from very basic. Okay. So very basic in the sense. So first we will see how to create environment using UV. Okay. Second is Linux, or before that we will also see Linux command, famous Linux commands. Okay. Then how to install and activate the virtual environment. Okay. Using UV. Okay. And so once this thing will complete, then we'll see how we can create and run Google ADK. Okay. So in ADK also we will see how we can use the tools and LLM to create an agent. Okay. So this thing I will try to focus. So these 5 things. Okay. So first we will start with Linux command. Linux commands. Linux, this Linux means Ubuntu, or it will also run in Mac, as well as uh, this command will work on bash as well. Bash, ZSH, all this terminal, this command will work. Okay. So maybe I can open Chat GPT first. Okay. Uh, Give me the basic Linux commands that are super useful. Okay, and meanwhile I will also open the terminal. Maybe I can open some separate thing. So also I will show how to basically, let's say if I open my GitHub account, okay, and simply what I can do, I can create new repo. So I can ADK tutorial. Okay, so simply I can write this name and I can make it public. And here also I can add readme file, create a repo. So once this get created, go to this green button and simply, let's say this is a HTTPS, simply copy this. Okay, and so let's say lscd documents ls, and to copy the folder, let's say I want to copy the folder in this document, inside a document. So simply I can write git clone and simply paste the thing. So it will clone. Okay, so new repo will be created in my terminal. So inside documents, so this get created ADK tutorial. Okay, and one readme file is there. So now I can open my VS Code. Let's wait for it. So I can open folder and documents. I can write this thing. Okay. Now, so first we will see the basic Linux command, and maybe to just get a feel, can so I will open these two things side by side so that you know what is which command. And yeah, so first clear. Clear means it will clear your screen. So we are inside our terminal. So the same thing that we are seeing in Google CLI, right? So this also work in a that also work in a similar way. Okay, so the first command is pwd. Okay, so pwd means present working directory. So this will give me the complete path. So let's say if you see here, I'm inside a document folder. Okay, I'm inside a documents folder, but I don't know the complete path. So to get the complete path, you can write pwd. Pwd means present working directory. So now this is the complete path. Okay. So this document folder is inside this folder and this folder is inside the home folder. Okay. Now, so this is pwd means present working directory. Next is ls. ls means list. So it will list all the folders that are present inside a documents. So if you say ls, okay, so it will give, so these are the folder that are present inside a document. So yeah, and if you paste ls minus a, ls minus a, it will show the hidden file as well. Okay, so many file which are hidden, if you simply press ls, it will not be able to showcase those file. But if you type press ls minus ls space minus a, it will give me the hidden file. So if you see here, there is dot dot. Okay, in above cases that dot dot was not present, so that is also some sort of file. Okay, so first command is pwd, second command is ls. ls means list, and if you see, have to see the hidden file as well, then ls minus a. Okay, now let's say if I have to move to the some folder, let's say inside a document there is a folder called ADK tutorial, right? Let's say if I have to go to that folder, so for changing from one folder to other folder, we can use cd. Cd is a change directory. So cd, then in which folder you want to go? ADK. So simply type AD and press tab. Then it will auto complete and you can go to that folder. So now you are, if you see here earlier, this was showing document. Now it added ADK tutorial. So that means you are currently inside a ADK tutorial folder. So if you have to see the file present in ADK tutorial, so simply again write ls. Okay. So this is how you can change the directory. Let's say if you have to go to one step back, means again you have to go to document folder. Okay. So simply to go one step back, you can write dot dot. Okay. Let's say if you have to go two step back, then slash again dot dot. So if you put simply two dot, it will go to one folder back. But if you press dot dot slash dot dot, it will go to folder back. Okay. So yeah. So now see, so you have taken two step back. Again, if you have to go to document, so again you can write cd documents. Yeah. So this is how cd command work, right? Yeah. So next is let's say if you have to create some file. Okay. So let's say if you have to go to cd and adk tab tutorial. Okay. And simply right now only one file is there, right? readme.md. Let's say if you have to create one file, so you can use touch command. So touch will create some file. So let's say touch text.txt. You want to create one file inside this folder, ADK folder. So simply touch is a command to create a file. So if you write, so it will create a file inside the ADK tutorial with name test.txt. So if you see, now the new folder get a new file get created. Okay, so this is very helpful to create a file. Let's say instead of file, if you want to create a folder. So for creating a folder, what is the name? mkdir. Mkdir is a make directory. Directory is nothing but folder. So mkdir and the folder name. So the folder name, let's say, uh, I can write, let's say, data. Okay. So it will create new folder inside a ADK tutorial. So if you press ls, so now this readme file, this white color thing is basically files, and data, the blue color is basically a folder. Okay. So here if you see, now the data folder is created. Okay. Now let's say if you have to clean the screen, what you can do? Simply clear. So it will clear the screen. Okay. So this is very important. Again, if I see, so these are the things that are present. Let's say if you want to delete the data folder using uh, command only. So you what you can do rmdir and then data. So rm means remove, dir means remove directory, and which folder you want to delete? Data. So it will delete that folder. So if you again show the list, see now the data is deleted. The data folder is get deleted. Okay. Yeah. Uh, and similarly, let's say if you have to delete the file name. So right now these two files are present, right? Let's say if you have to delete file test.txt, what you can do? rm test.txt. So it will delete that file as well. So to delete the folder, rmdir, to delete the file, simply rm, then file name. Okay. So this is how you can create and delete a folder or file. Okay. Uh, mm, Yeah, so these are some of the famous command, that is most of the time we use those things only. Okay, so if I summarize, so we have seen what we have seen. First command was pwd. Okay, second was, so pwd means present
Present working directory.
present working directory, correct. So it will give me the current path. Okay, give me the
Okay.
current path. Good. Second was ls.
ls
So ls means list.
list.
All the files present in the folder. Okay. Third was ls minus a. So it will show hidden file as well. Hidden file as well. Fourth is cd. So cd is basically change
Change directory.
directory. So if you have to change from one folder to go to one folder to other folder, then you can use cd. Then we have seen cd dot dot. So it will
One step back.
go one step back.
Back.
Correct. Then sixth one is a cd dot dot slash dot dot. So it will go two step back. Correct. Then we have seen seventh is a, if you have to create any file, so touch file name. Okay. So it will create a file. Okay. Then let's say if you have to create some folder, so mkdir. Mkdir means
Make directory.
make directory. Okay. So the command is like mkdir and then the folder name. Folder name. Okay. Then what else? ramdir.
Rem- Remove directory.
Directory. Remove directory means delete. Delete folder. Okay. And to delete file, rm then file name. So it will delete file. Okay. And 11 is a rmdir folder name. So it will delete folder.
Folder.
Okay. So these are majority of the time we use this only command, because there are other command, but majority of time we will use this command only. Okay. So always practice, try to practice in MacBook at least. Okay. So this will run, this will able to create a folder, delete that folder, all these thing try to run. Okay. Yeah. Now that is good. Next is UV. So this is our Linux command. Now second topic was UV. So UV is similar to pip. Okay. And advantage क्या UV advantage is, it is much faster and very easy to use. Okay. So there are some analogy between UV and pip. So UV pip. So first is, let's say if you have to install any software. Okay, installation. So in pip, how you do, let's say if you have to install pandas, so you do pip install
Pip install pandas.
pandas. So here the alternative is
UV
UV
add pandas.
add pandas. Okay, and let's say the requirement file. Okay, so if you have to install pip install minus
minus
r
R
requirement
requirements.txt.
txt, right? Here you can do
Right.
uv add uh, requirement dot txt. Okay, no need to write minus r, uv add. Then here to get the package information, what is the file? Requirement dot txt, right?
Right.
And here the alternative is py project dot toml. Okay, so this will basically store all the package that you have installed, all this information logged in pyproject dot toml. Okay, and if you share that file to, let's say, here what we share requirement dot txt, here what we need to share, let's say if you are creating some other project and we want to install those things, so simply share pyproject dot toml file. Okay, once you have this file, you can write ub sync. Okay, so this will install all the packages that are present inside a toml file. Okay, so in future classes or right now, this UV recently came. So right now, almost all people use UV instead of PIP. Okay, yeah. Now let's see how we can create a environment. Uh, so if you see here, so what I can do, I can create a, okay, I will go step by step. So if you see, there is a inside in VS Code, I'm inside a ADK tutorial and only one file is there, readme.emd. Okay, so first step you can do, if let's say UV is not there, pip install UV. Okay, pip install UV. So UV is already installed, and let's go to browser. Uh, yeah, so UV is already installed, and simply search UV. Okay, so this astral docs, the first thing, simply come back here, go down, 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 down. Let's say if you have to create a some Python version, means you have to create environment with some Python. Let's say if you want to create a environment with Python 3.12. Okay, so you can write ub python install 3.12. Okay, so this you can do. Yeah, so ub python install 3.12, that is there. Now the next step is, first to create environment, so always start with uv init, uv init. So this is the first step. Okay, so the first step is, let's see if I clear it. Okay, and I simply write. So here, just observe this. So here right now, only file is readme.md. Okay, so first I will do what I will do, uv init. Okay, so see, once if I click this thing, right now only one file is there, readme.md. If I simply click uv init, okay, see how many files created? Python version, main.py, pyproject.toml. Okay. So these three things get created. In pyproject.toml, dependencies are empty. Okay. Now, let's say if I have to install something, maybe pandas, uv add pandas. Okay, so right now this 4 file is there. .benv folder is not there. Okay, so once you install any package, so let's say if you create uv add pandas. Okay, now this .benv get created. Okay, so once this .benv get created, now you can activate. Okay, so again if I write, so first step is uv init. Second step is add some package. Maybe uv add uh, uh, pandas. Any package you can simply add one package. Then this will create. This will also create .venv file. Okay. Now the third step is to activate that environment. So how we can activate? Source, then .benv /bin /activate. Okay. So this is the third step. So the first step was this one. Second step was this one. Third step is source .venv, then bin, then activate. And if you see also inside .benv, bin is there, and inside bin activate is there, right? Yeah. So unless this .benv get created here, you cannot activate the environment. So right now this .venv is there. So now you can activate. So see, once you activated that thing, this ADK tutorial. Okay, the folder name is ADK tutorials. So the environment name is also ADK tutorial that get created. Okay, so this is how you can activate the environment. Now, what you have installed pandas. Okay, let's say if you install uv add Google ADK, right? See, here Google ADK get added. Then let's say light LLM, uv add light LLM. See, here also light LLM also get added. So once you see this .toml file, you can tell, okay, what are the things that are installed inside this environment. Okay, so these three things get installed, right? Now let's say I also want to add uv python.env. Okay, so this also get installed, right? Yeah. So this is how you can create an environment and you can add packages. So right now there are 4 packages that is installed in this thing. Okay. Now, let's say you have this pyproject.toml, right? Uh, let's say if you want to create some other project, maybe ADK test. Okay. And you have ADK tutorial, there is one file called pyproject.toml. I said that this is equivalent to requirement.txt. So what I have done in ADK tutorial, I simply copy this pyproject.toml and in ADK test, I have pasted that thing. Okay. Now let's see if I create a new window, and inside this new window, let's open folder Which folder? ADK test. Okay. So here, if you see, only one folder is there, pyproject.toml. Okay. Now, let's say if you want to create a environment, virtual environment. Okay. So in pyproject.tml, the name is ADK tutorial. Maybe here you can change the name. ADK testing. Any name you can give. Okay. So that will be basically virtual environment name. So now you have pyproject.tml. Let's say if you want to create a virtual environment. So, and here similar to requirement.txt, you have only file.toml. So if you have to create a virtual environment, simply write sync sync. Okay, see here .pnb get created pyproject.tml. Okay, so this will automatically install all this thing and will create a virtual environment as well. So only thing that you need to create a virtual environment if you want to use the same thing is pyproject.toml. So here also same thing, since .vnb is created, source.vnb bin activate. Okay, see this the name that we have given. So this is how virtual environment get created. And here you can add uv add ipy kernel. Okay, so how fast to very fast to create a virtual environment with the help of .toml file. And this file, if you can share to anyone, they will be they only need to write uv sync, and with the help of that they can create a virtual environment very fast. Okay, yeah, so this is about virtual environment creation. Okay, any doubt till this point?
No, not now.
Okay, now the next thing is LLM versus agent. What is the difference? Okay, so LLM, what we have seen, this is mainly LLM is like a person without legs. Okay, legs and hands. So LLM, if you ask anything, uh, so maybe let's say um, if you want to, if you want to know the timing, it will not be able to tell me the timing. Okay, let's see through some example. What is the difference between LLM and agent? So let's open folder and go to GenAI, Google ADK, open. Hmm. Okay, so let's see with the help of LangChain, uh, what we can do. Okay, so I'm using a Gemini 2.5 plus, and with the help of LangChain, we are trying to connect. Okay, so let's say this is the, so with the help of .env, we'll loaded the key and we initialize the model. Now let's try what is the uh, what is the the current date? What is the current date, or what is the today's date? Okay, and let's see what it tell. So what it said, today date is November 26, 23. See, it don't have information about the current date, right? So this date is older,
Right.
right? So because it doesn't have any power, or it doesn't know, mm, uh, it don't have time access. Okay. Similarly, if I ask what is the current price of, if I ask what is the current gold price. Okay. So for gold price, right now 1 lakh something is there. So I cannot provide real time up to the minute gold buy. My knowledge is based on the data I train, and the data is not up to date, I think. Not constantly updated with a live market information. Okay. So it doesn't have any power. Uh, if I say power means it doesn't have any access to the internet. Okay. So to get the current price, it should have the access to the internet. Similarly, to get the time, uh, it should have the tools where he can get the time information. Okay. So let's see if we ask the same thing in chat GPT. Okay. So in chat GPT, maybe I can open new. So in chat GPT, if you see, there are something like deep research, creative, and more web search. So these are basically tools. Connect Google Drive, connect OneDrive, connect SharePoint. So without the help of this tool, it cannot tell what is the, let's say if I
Current.
ask
That's
the
the current scenario.
gold price, it will not able to tell without the help of these tools. Okay. So they have integrated these tools. Okay. So let's say if I ask what is 2 plus 2. Okay. So it will not require that information, means for that it does not require any tool, right? It's simply given this thing. Let's say the same thing. What is the current price of gold? Okay. If I enter, see what the first thing come, searching the web.
Searching the web.
So it automatically using this tool. Okay. In earlier cases, what
Hmm.
is 2 plus 2? It doesn't means it doesn't think that okay, I don't require this tool, so it haven't uses that thing. So LLM with tools are called agent. Okay. So hmm. So now you know the difference, right? What means if you do not provide any tool, how LLM will behave, right? So agent, we can say agent equal to LLM plus tools. Now the next question is, okay, we know LLM. What is tools? What is tools? So if I give some example of tools, like mm, tools is nothing but some form of some function which basically help LLM to get the desired answer. For example, weather API. Let's say if I want to know the weather information, okay, of Delhi, so it will use the weather API. Similarly, let's say Google search. Okay, so this is also one tool. Maybe if I use calculator, So calculator can also be one tools. And similarly, maybe if you have to read database data, read database data, there also you can use tools. Means this is also a tools. Okay. So tools make LLM powerful. Okay. Without uh, tools, LLM cannot do most of the task. Right. It can simply answer, okay, this is what, but let's say if you want to book a ticket, for example. So LLM cannot tell you the first, it cannot tell you the current price of the ticket because it don't have internet search options, or internet search is a tool, right? Similarly, let's say if we have to make a payment, so payment authorization is also a one tool. Okay. Account access, that is also a one tool. So you can create any tool, any number of tools. So tool will basically help LLM to achieve the desired objective. Okay. Now, so in what we do, LLM plus tools is basically a agent. Okay. Now let's say, uh, and this tool, let's say I have four tools. Okay. I have total four tools and I have integrated that with LLM. Okay. So let's say if I ask something, if I create some simple example for, let's say I have created one tool called add, one tool called subtract, third multiply, okay, and fourth is a divide. So let's say these four tools I have created, okay, and I have integrated that with LLM. Okay. Now let's say you ask some question like 5 into 4 plus 13. So let to solve this problem, what are the tools? Let's say if I have access of these four tools, so LLM will intelligently decide which tool to use to solve this problem. Okay. So if I ask you, out of these four tools, which tools I should use to solve this problem? Can you tell?
Multiply and addition.
Correct. Multiply and addition. So this is basically a multiply, and once let's say 20 plus 13. So first it will multiply, then it will add 20 plus 13. So this, then it using add. So based on your question, LLM will decide which tool to use to to solve the problem. Okay. But it will decide only the tools that you are providing to the LLM, right?
Right.
So yeah, now, so, okay, so now you know what is agent. So agent is, in simple word, so agent is nothing but it is a combination of LLM plus
LLM and
tools.
tools.
Okay. And tools are nothing but, like, you can give example. Maybe we can ask ChatGPT what is tools in agent. So the tools, if I say, so tools can be API, okay, or it can be function as well, function, or utilities. Utilities is nothing but some short code. Okay. So tools can be either API, so either API, or some Python function, or utilities. Okay. So if anything that we are integrating with LLM, then we can call this as a tool if it is come under API or function or utilities. Okay. So now I hope it is clear that to be a, if
Yeah,
we
it is
have to say
clear.
whether that is a tool or not, so it should be either API function or some utilities. So that we called it as a tools. Okay. Now we'll start with Google ADK. Okay. So Google ADK is nothing but what is it is?
Agent
Uh,
development kit.
Correct. Agent development kit. Okay. So in Google ADK, uh, so the first thing is when you have to create any agent. So first you have to install UV add Google ADK. Okay. So this is the first step. Then you have to save API key inside a .env file. .env file. Okay. Then you need to create a folder. Okay. You need to create a folder. Folder name you can write. Uh, let's say test underscore agent. This is your folder name. Okay. Folder name. So inside this folder, so there will be one file called underscore init dot py, and second file will be agent dot
Agent.py.
py. Okay. So this is a folder and folder name can be any name, and inside that there are two files underscore init underscore dot py and agent dot py. Okay. So let's first see the content of underscore init underscore dot py. So what should be inside that? So from dot, okay, from dot import
Import
agent.
agent.
Okay, so this agent that you have created, so this is inside this file underscore init underscore dot py. Okay, now let's see what should be inside a, yeah. So let's say if this is agent.py. Okay. Okay. So if you see uh, now, if you see the content of agent.py, what should be inside a agent.py? So first thing is always first you have to import from Google dot ADK dot agents. Okay, import agent, and then you can also write from dot env. Uh, this you can write from dot env load dot uh, from dot env load sorry uh, from dot env import load underscore dot env. Okay, and then in third line you can simply write load underscore dot env, and simply you can open the bracket, and if you want to give the .env file, that is okay. If you do not want to give, that is also fine, but your .env file should be present. So one more file that should be present, .env. Okay, so 3 files should be present: underscore underscore init underscore .py, agent.py, and .env. Okay, and then the first 3 lines should be of agent.py is this one. Okay, now, yeah, so the fourth line, that is a root underscore agent. Okay, then it will start with agent. Then the first thing is model. Okay, so there are different model of Gemini that you can input here. So here it is a light, but there are flash Gemini 2.5 flash light, but other thing is also there. Okay, other model also there that you can write. Then description. Description is basically what you want to uh, basically what you want from this agent. So let's say this is a greeting agent. So the description can be a greeting agent. Greeting agent. Then instruction. Okay. Instruction means, let's say if I create an agent, how it should behave. Okay. So the message that we are given, you are an helpful assistant that greet the user, ask for the username, and greet the name. Okay. So before that, and load underscore .env, and maybe here let's say I can write welcome agent. Okay, welcome agent, and welcome, I can change the name. So you are helpful that greet the uh, that uh, welcome the user by asking his name, and 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 then tell some fancy thoughts. Okay, so this is the role that we have given to the agent. Now, if you see the folder structure, so this is agent is inside a greeting agent. So if I can show you the folder to be better clarity. Yeah. So this is inside a GenAI, and this is Google ADK, and if I simply click greeting agent, so inside greeting agent, this agent.py, and this file is there. Okay, and yeah, so maybe I can control C, and here I can create one more file .env. Okay, and I can paste. Okay, yeah. Now, so if you see uh, this greeting agent name is different, and here the name is different, right? Welcome agent. Let's say now, again, if I tell you the thing, so the folder name is greeting underscore agent. Okay, and
Agent.
agent name is welcome underscore agent, right?
Agent. Right.
And we have put .env and underscore underscore init underscore dot py and agent dot py. Right now to run this, you can use ADK web. So let's run this, okay, and see. So first, what I will do cd dot dot, and I want to activate environment. So source dot bnb, because right now here the base is there. So I can first I want to activate. Yeah. So this get activated. Now let's ADK web. Let's see whether that will run or not. Okay. Now, so select an agent. Okay. Sorry. My back. Yeah. So first we should be inside, means just one step uh, before greeting agent. Okay. So greeting agent is inside a L1. So to run this thing, we should be on top of greeting agent. So currently we are totally in root directory, that is Google direct ADK. So let's cd L1. Okay. Now, so inside L1, this is greeting agent is there. Now you can run ADK web. Follow link and I can select agent. Okay. So now I can ask, hi, hello there, what name do you go by? Let's say Suraj. Oh, Suraj, a name that shimmers with brilliance. How it said that names carry an unique energy. Okay, so if you see here, the left side, there are different things like events, state, artifact, session, and eval. So session is nothing but the message ID. Let's say if I go to event, see, so this is a welcome agent that you have created. Okay, and yeah, so this is event and this is basically a request. So this is the system instruction and you said that hi. Okay, start with hi, right? So yeah, so yeah, so this is basically a greeting agent that you have made, right? Now, so this agent doesn't have any tool, right? Uh, let's get this uh, agent don't have any tools, right? Let's say if we have to create a tools, maybe tool agent. Yeah, let's close this thing and so here we have created a, so this is basically a agent with tools. Okay, so if I show you, so in this there are add tool. Add tool is basically always when you create a tool. So let's say you have created one function add tool and query string and string add to number example 53. So this is how, let's say, you have created some sort of tools. So what tools you have created? Add tool, subtract tool, multiply tool, divide tool. So 5 function you have created. Now you have given the tool name custom tool. Okay, the agent name custom tool, the model name, description you have given agent with add, subtract, multiply and divide tools. Okay, and instruction, you are a helpful math assistant, you can use the following tool add, subtract. Okay, and then inside, so there is one more option because you have created a tools. So in these tools, what you have added? Add tool, subtract tool, multiply, divide tool. So these are nothing but these four, nothing but function name. Add tool, divide tool, multiply, all this thing, right? Now, uh, let's try to cd dot ls cd. This is inside L3. Clear. Right now, if I write ADK web and let's select here custom tools. Now, if I write wattage, let's say 3 into 4 divided by 35 uh, minus 456 minus 0.078 into 345 plus 89. Okay, so let's this thing you have what is you want to know the solution, right? So if you simply press C, okay, so it will uh, 5 3 it giving some error, but it try to call the tools. Okay, so if you see this is a custom tool, and how many tools it have? Add tool, subtract tool, multiply, divide. Okay, what you have okay, yeah, and the service is currently unavailable. Okay, no problem. But if you can see, so first it uses a if you see also, so first it uses a multiply tool, right? So what it multiplied? 3 34 query 3 comma 4, then divide tool 12, and then divide tool 12 comma 35. Okay, then subtract tool. Okay, so this has 4 tools, and maybe I can 2 into 9 to 9 plus 18 minus 32. So since okay, add, subtract, multiply, divide, and divide by 45. Okay, yeah. So this is how this tools thing work. Okay, it is giving the wrong answer, but the idea is to just to showcase how we can create a tool, and this custom tool basically based on the problem it will select what is the final answer. Maybe I can write 2 plus 9. Let's see what will happen. Add 2, so it giving 11, right? So this time it is giving the correct answer. But let's say 9 into 45 and plus 35, and yeah, so it should use multiply tool and add tool. So this time also it giving the correct answer, right? Yeah. So this is how this tool call works. Okay, so this is the custom tool. Custom tool means these tools we have created, that add, subtract, multiply. Okay, so these are basically a custom tools. Yeah. Okay, then any doubt till this point?
No, not now.
Okay. Okay, that's it for today's class. Okay.
So in this agent, means we are not going to define any tokens that like in GenAI we define.
Mm,
So how
that I
many
need to
tokens
check.
it is going to respond?
Okay, that I need to check. I think we can define. Right now we haven't given any token thing, but yeah, I think we can uh, define the tokens. But that I need to check. I will check and let you know. Okay.
Yes, there.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Vipin.